God bless you, global Christian friend. God bless you. God is watching. Everybody out there say God is watching. God is watching. Don't you think that he who made eyes cannot see? He who made eyes can see. And God put that sun out there in the sky so that you can see exactly what he himself had done. And if you can go higher, he will take you higher. But when you come into the kingdom of God, my God, those lines of forces that are found within the kingdom of God. Let me just show you how incredible they are. The Bible said in Revelation chapter, you can go there if you want to, but you know what I mean, that there are 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands upon thousands that are around his throne. And each one of those is a force line to God and to the Father. Now, we have told you how they operate. You know how each angel operates. You also know about the 24 elders. You also know about the 4 living creatures. You also know which one is the most menacing creature of the 4 around God's throne. Keep that in mind. He is the most menacing creature of the 4 around God's throne. And as we said before, when you look at an electron around a nucleus, you can get some idea about where that knowledge came from, that nature used to build the fundamental principles of matter. You can understand that quite clearly, see that quite clearly, and understand that quite clearly where those principles came from of electrons encircling the nucleus. You can begin to see that quite clearly and understand that without fault or without falsity, and see the truth. Back to the 7th chapter of Luke and verse 29. They all justified God being baptized with the baptism of John. Verse 30. Here we go. But the Pharisees and lawyers rejected the counsel of God. But if you notice, they rejected the counsel of God against themselves, being not baptized of him. And God on one occasion, speaking about the pastors, said, had they stood in my counsel, they would have called that the people would have been redeemed. You can find that in the 23rd chapter of Jeremiah, somewhere thereabout. But then again, you can go back to Job and see what God asked Job. Who is this that darkeneth my counsel by words without knowledge? So you have to know the counsel of God. And basically out there, it is not being taught the counsel of God. You don't know the 2 principles of the counsel of God. You need to know the 2 principles of the counsel of God before you are able to enter into and become a Gabriel in the counsel of God. They did not stand in the counsel of God, but they rejected the counsel of God against themselves, being not baptized of John. And what did John say in John 1:31? We'll just go there briefly to see what John himself said in John chapter 1, verse 31. This is what he said in John 1 and 31. I knew him not, but that he should be made manifest to Israel. Therefore am I come baptizing with water. Now that's what John the Baptist said about Jesus. He came to make Jesus manifest to Israel. And that's why I came baptizing with water, John said and John the Baptist said in John's Gospel, chapter 1, verse 31. That's why I came. I came baptized with water to make Jesus manifested to Israel. So anyone rejecting the counsel of God, reject the counsel of God against themselves, not being baptized of him. Verse 31 of Luke chapter 7. And the Lord said, whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation? And what are they like? All right, here we go. We're going to compare those of this generation who reject the counsel of God. Verse 32. They are like children sitting in the marketplace. Shuk. Hebrew marketplace. Shuk. Like those sitting in the shuk and calling one to another and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. Number one, will mourn unto you, and ye have not wept. Number two. Now that's both extremes. Playing music to you and will mourn unto you to no effect. Now, if music can't reach you, and we know that from Elisha, music can reach you. How do we know that? Because when this Mesha, king of Moab, came against the king of Israel and Judah, they sought for Elisha to come and prophesy. Is there not a man of God among us that we can consult? Well, there's Elisha, who poured water on the hands of Elijah. Then let's consult him. Of course, now Elijah was very displeased with the setup, because he said, I mean, you got Hezekiah with you, you got Jehoshaphat with y'all, and if you didn't have Jehoshaphat with y'all, I wouldn't pay y'all no attention at all. But he said, call for the minister and bring a minister here. And the musician came and started playing. And the Spirit came on Elisha and he prophesied. Notice that? Music do affect. As a matter of fact, because of the music, the valley was filled with ditches and water. God bless you, global Christian friends. Till the next time, we love you.